Been live all of 4 seconds. Almost smashed my first wine glass. That feels pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural video on the Believe Wrestling channel. Now, I am probably not going to make it a habit to drink wine during these streams. However, considering the fact I have already seen WrestleManias 1 through 4, these are going to be long. These early WrestleManias do drag in the middle by quite a bit. Good main events. I do remember that. For the most part. Iconic, memorable main events. I'll say that. Maybe not good. Good is a strange, subjective kind of way to put it. But yeah, I'm excited to be getting to it because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I am 100% here for it. Just checking to make sure everything looks good in the live. And everything is looking good. It's sounding good. I'm feeling good. Bingo. Vipers, how you doing, dog? So, this is how it's going to work. I got a timer. If you look on the bottom corner of the screen, I'm going to hit play. And at the same time, my timer is going to go off. Now, all you need is a copy. I'm watching this on Peacock Network, so it is going to be synced with that. If you're watching this on somehow a VHS tape, it might not line up properly because WWE has a knack for cutting out certain content that they no longer agree with to their standards. So any DVD releases should probably be fine, as well as Peacock. And if you are outside the U.S. and possibly Canada, WWE Network. Beans, welcome back, my friend. It's good to see you, dog. But I'm excited, so be sure. I'll give you guys a moment or two. I'm drinking a little bit of wine. We're going to chat for a moment. But I got it all pulled up here. I am ready to go. I also have the volume down, so you're going to be able to hear it a little bit, help you with the sync. But at the same time, the audio is copyrighted, so I will be 100% taken down in about 45 seconds if I just play the audio. So we can't do that either. So log on to your Peacock accounts, your WWE Network, and let's have some fun. Volume turned up all the way. I want to go not press play yet. This thing has a weird knack that every time you rewind, it tries to autoplay, which is bullshit. But I'm excited to be back. First stream back in like 4, 5, 7 months. I don't even remember. We've done like 2 months since 2 months, 2 streams, 3 streams since last October. So feels good. There has been a lot of work going on in the background. So I will probably post an actual channel update on AuggieBOG as we get closer to the new year, because there's a lot going on. But if you are new here, be sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Check the Discord. And yeah, the Discord's how we're all staying connected. So a lot of new and exciting stuff going on, and I cannot wait to share it with you. The girl's house, she's a little priority over you. Vipers, it's no worries, my guy. I appreciate you being here at all and liking the stream. Helps quite a bit, so I appreciate you. 30 frames a second, 0 drop frames. Yeah, we're looking fucking solid. Tick will not be joining. I kicked Tick to the curb. We don't like each other anymore, so we're sticking to minimal projects with one another as opposed to doing all 6 of the new channels with each other. But you might hear him typing away in the other room. I forgot to hang up. We gotta hang up like a curtain or a blanket or something because it's ridiculous. But yeah, I think without further ado, I wanted to wait till the 5-minute mark so I can kind of like make that regular that you wait till the 5 minutes. Let me pull up that timer script, and we are looking good to go. Hope y'all are ready, and yeah, let's kick some ass. I think that worked. Nice. Pretty happy about this. I am also always blown away by the production quality on these early WrestleManias. It literally looks like a PowerPoint presentation, which I get this is 1985. The guy was dragging you down. I agree. It's bullshit. 100% bullshit. Now, I did make him watch these first couple WrestleManias with me like 2-3 months ago, and so he'd be bashing his head into a wall if I made him rewatch these ones. He might be joining us for a match or two during later ones. I'm not going to make him sit through whole events, but if I know a good match is coming up that he'll enjoy, I'll probably pull him and make him join. The fact that they got Cyndi Lauper, I almost forgot her name, Cyndi Lauper to do this WrestleMania event still blows my mind. Which was kind of her idea, honestly. She was really excited about wrestling. She met Captain Lou Albano, who we'll see later. She met him on the set of her Girls Just Want to Have a Fun music video and got along with him really well. She was playing her dad for it. And kind of fell in love with wrestling. Thought it'd be a great avenue to showcase her rock and roll, and thus the rock and roll wrestling movement was born. Live. I always loved Jesse Ventura. His outfits were always ridiculous. Just a blasé pink. Pretty amazing. This is a young Howard Finkel, and he's still bald as shit. Also, rocking that Roddy Piper merch. Love Mean Gene. I've actually heard rumors, I don't know if it's true, but that this wasn't supposed to be Mean Gene performing this. That this was actually going to be blasé. That's like me with when I'm drinking peach fruit Scotto. Blasé. Ain't no way he's reading off of cue cards. Gene. Damn it, Gene. This was 40 years ago. WrestleMania docuseries about a type of schizophrenia where people can't wrestle their anxiety. No, but it should be. Louis, join up if you see the timer on the screen. That's exactly where we're at in the video on Peacock. So you can check out WrestleMania I on Peacock. Or actually, you're in the UK, so you might be able to rent the WWE Network. I like to get blasé every now and again. I appreciate that. I'm not supposed to salute, not a soldier. I was in Boy Scouts. I can do the 2 fingers. Yeah, no, but I heard rumors that it wasn't supposed to be Mean Gene Okerlund. That they actually had a celebrity for it, and last minute they tried to hold up Vince McMahon for more money. And he basically told him, like, "Hey, go fuck yourself." But McMahon would never reveal who that celebrity was supposed to be. I'm like 2 seconds ahead. Attack on Titan salute instead. Louis, you should know me to the point where as much as you know about WrestleMania is about as much as I know about... Oh, Lord Alf, hold on. This is Louis right here. So the fact that the masked executioner just walked behind him, fist sideways over heart with right, it sounds like a Nazi salute, Louis. Love Tito. I fucking love Tito. Former Intercontinental Champion. So this is a pre-tape vignette. Nothing. I miss Gene. Listen to him stumble over his words. Jesus. Some of these interviews are really fucking bad, and it's insane to me that they didn't retape. Too bad we never got to find out who this man was. Tito was great, man. Tito does not get enough love. My introduction to Tito Santana was actually his WrestleMania match against Shawn Michaels, which we'll get to in a couple weeks. Well, just so good. I really love Tito. Really underrated talent for this time. Might stumble back later if I don't have a dope-ass night. Vipers, we appreciate you stopping by, dog. You rewatching an old one? Yeah, this is the first WrestleMania event. This is... I originally had the date on there. I guess I took it off. This is 1985. March, April, right around there. This is the very first WrestleMania. Vince McMahon, the owner of the company at the time, literally took his dream online. Now, easiest way to find it is Peacock. If you have NordVPN, Peacock. If not, then you'll have to buy the WWE Network. But yeah, Vince McMahon literally, if this event failed, he went bankrupt. This was it. He put everything into this event, monetary-wise. And you'll see it later. He went to ridiculous lengths. Beautiful step up. Is Peacock free? It is not. I think it's $6.99 a month with ads. I didn't even think about ads. Am I ad free? I don't remember if I'm ad free or not. Remember the last time I actually watched this? Since I was like 10 and I would rent all the videos. It's pretty insane, Beans. I did watch the first 4 within the last couple months because I was going to do the series a lot different. Definitely legal alternatives. Hey, gotta know what you gotta do. Millions of fans. Wonder what the buy rate this did was. Definitely successful. Hey. Nemesis? I don't know what I'm supposed to call you at this point. But it's good to see you. Gotta travel the 7 seas, me matey. Also, shout out the commentary team. Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse Ventura. Not my favorite commentary team of all time. I do like them quite a bit. King and JR will never be top for me. Jerry the King Lawler, my favorite commentator of all time. I don't think he'll ever be touched. Man was damn cancel proof. Key? I might be able to remember that. JR and King were top tier. That was just so good. JR would always call out King on his bullshit. But then they'd get so wrapped up in it, and JR would be so invested in the stories. Jesus, that back body drop. Who the hell was this? Valentine? Execution arrest. Oh, it's Buddy Rose! Playboy! He mentioned Valentine. That's why I got him confused. People currently fighting in WrestleMania? Yes. It's just called WrestleMania I, Louis. Some guy in a red mask and guy in red underwear? Exactly, yes. And we are 10 minutes, 38 seconds in. That was beautiful. The execution on that, pun intended, was pretty damn good. Beautiful scoop slam. God, I love that flying forearm. I don't see anybody else hit that. Tito Santana Michaels. Logan Paul just started hitting it. WrestleMania wine sport. The early ones are. Also, man, the figure four. I think the other thing that's so crazy about early wrestling that I forget, because I was born in late 90s, and so tapping out, what kind of attack is that? That's not an attack. He was getting his legs cinched, so he's kind of squirming to try to get out of it. But tapping out wasn't a thing back then. Tapping out came over, I'm pretty sure, from the MMA with Ken Shamrock. Hanging his back on the floor. Selling, my friend. God, I love that move. Yeah, Logan Paul started using it. He used it once or twice, but I don't know if it's a regular repertoire move for him. Move's really fucking painful. You lock that in right? I used to wrestle with my buddies all the time, and it feels like your shin's about to snap in half. George Forearm Grill. Tapping out didn't become a thing until early mid-90s. It's just so mind-blowing to me that Lord Alfred Hayes looks like he's being held at gunpoint right now. It's the shifty eyes. Tell me he doesn't look like he's being held at gunpoint. This is amazing. Special Delivery Jones, baby. All right. I love SD Jones. That didn't exist. I took part in pegging before that. Not a lot of people. I feel like pegging rose in popularity as the AIDS pandemic spread. Yeah, it might be controversial. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Looks like a thumb. He really looks like Big Show. Like a lot. His face. Wasn't bad with his promos. Monster from Spy Kid. He does look like a giant thumb. It's amazing. I can't get over Alfred Hayes looking like he's being held at gunpoint. He was pretty damn awesome. I don't know what was more iconic, him with the megaphone or Jim Cornette with the tennis racket. Now, if you pay attention to this one, watch the timer as soon as that bell rings. There's more neck rolls than calves. It's a mountain with legs and feet, Louis. All right, as soon as that bell rings. Wait. 15:05. $15:05. He gets the pin. 15-29. The 24-second match. And then listen to commentary. I'm talking about how it's a record time. One, two, three, four. I declare a thumb war. Sammy Davis Jr. looks bigger than I remember. Mildly racist. So 24 seconds, I think we decided it was. Where'd you find the video? It is on Peacock. Originally, my plan was actually to stream this in Discord and have you all just hop in, and then I'd mute you. Problem is streaming-wise, that's illegal. 9 seconds. 9 seconds. They wanted the record, and so the plan was... but I'm not paying for Peacock. Louie might be able to send you a link. But yeah, they wanted the record, and so they just lied because Special Delivery didn't want to take the job that quick. Love Matt Bourne. This is Doink the Clown. If y'all know who that is. The original Doink. Like a hand, Matt. Oh, man. Woo! I also hated the fact that, like, Matt Bourne's like 3 feet that way. Like, we just saw him, so he's sitting here talking endless shit. He's just sitting there talking shit right in front of him. God, look at that outfit. Blase pink. Him and Jimmy Hart have the same tailor. Doink the Clown was such a ingenious gimmick. So, pretty cool fact. My mom was, like, best friends with Matt Bourne. She grew up just north of Portland. Used to go to the wrestling shows all the time, and she was one of the photographers down there. Whole beard and face cut. Woo! But, yeah, she hung out with all the guys down there, and Matt Bourne was like her best friend. She actually gave him a friendship bracelet that he used as a foreign weapon in a match to beat Kurt Hennig, pre-WWE. But still pretty cool. Okay, don't send shit like, are you still streaming? It makes me panic and think stream went down.
Oh, your stream?
Yeah.
Your stream's fine.
Then why are you saying, are you still streaming?
I'm talking to Louie.
Jesus. Takes being a dick. Key. Beautiful. God. I went for that double chop. There we go. You can see, even before he was Doink, he was still fucking selling like a clown. No, Louis, stream isn't down. Stop. See the exit? Go to it. Tick. Beans is excited to see you. Beautiful. Get it a vote. Beautiful. Look at the leg kick. Oh. The attention, like, all of this is, like, it's nice, it's cutesy stuff. It just feels so small scale. Which I guess at the time, to be fair, it really was. Oh, God, that was a brutal looking atomic drop. But, I mean, it almost feels like a glorified house show. You two in the same building? Yeah, me and Tick live together, unfortunately. Does Logan Paul enter with a Charizard? WrestleMania 38? Nice chop. Oh! I chipped a tooth, chat, if you're wondering why I keep going like that. It was more than a chip. I lost half a damn tooth. So in 38 minutes? Nope. How advanced wrestling got in such a short amount of time. It's honestly insane. You look, and I like a lot of the older stuff. There's just certain guys that I really like. Like, I go watch Roddy Piper for until the day I die, and I'll be entertained. Beautiful belly to belly. Jesus. It's just like, you'll see a lot of it. A lot of the problems I have with the early WrestleManias are the booking decisions. Like, this is fine. They're telling a cool story, and I don't mind it. It's just, it's not a WrestleMania story. Nowadays, WrestleMania it's like Clash of the Titans. It's like year-long stories culminating in blood feuds, and these are just two guys beating the shit out of each other to prove who's better. Shannon Moore's Law? You know who Shannon Moore is? Another atomic drop. Or back body drop. Let's go. God damn. That was a back suplex. That's my bad. That was a hell of a back suplex, though. On Moore's Law as a computer science theory. Really old WWE video I go back to is The Undertaker's debut. It's just, there's so much golden stuff here. Like, honestly, I feel like all the problems I have with wrestling today would be fixed if current wrestlers just went back and watched some of this older stuff. Because you'd see the storytelling in a lot of matches is superb. It's absolutely incredible. And it's like the way they're building this match right now, it's a good story. These guys went in with nothing, just Matt Bourne saying, I'm going to make an example out of Ricky Steamboat, and Ricky Steamboat saying, I'm going to have a strong debut match against this Matt Bourne guy. Isn't Steamboat a Disney character? Not anymore. Public domain. Beautiful flying cross body off the top rope. That's not the last time you'll see that move tonight. That was like peak high flying abilities back then. There was no moonsaults or crazy shit like that. I just can't get over the, more than anything, the presentation of this. Like, the editing is so simple. I don't mean just for the replays. Like, if you saw the match, not estimates, previews at the start where it's like this person versus this person, it was bad. My thumbnail's better, which is sad. It says something. Although I think the Hogan I used is probably 4 years older than how old Hogan was actually in this. I'm even taking a wrestle on stream. He's a coward. He won't do it. Better eye contact. Oh, this is going to be a hell of a match. I remember this one. Oh, there's the shifty eyes. Yeah. Matt Bourne being like, oh, we're doing an interview here. Looks like Pee Wee Herman. This is so good. Still shot on film, I think, was very hard. It's true. It's key. It's less that like the live replays or shit like that. It's like this. This is the best interview segment of the night, honestly. Love Bruno Sammartino. That man held the title more than almost any other person in history. That's his dad. Johnny Valiant. Johnny Valiant, man. Chubby Jeffrey Dahmer, he was incredible. Keep your eye on Brutus Beefcake, because he's probably one of the major MVPs of these early WrestleManias. Does a really good job, and has some pretty solid character growth each time. It's a third of the bottle down. Jesus. Keep an eye on his beefcake. Keep an eye on Brutus's beefcake. Look at that outfit, man. That's wild. What even was a beefcake? No entrance music either. That's crazy. So Bruno Sammartino was one of the longest reigning WWF champions of all time. Insane. One of 3 men to have a longer title reign than Roman Reigns for a men's world title. Here for Mr. T, Andre, Bobby Heenan, and Iron Sheik. Yo, you get to see Shaky, baby! I love Sheik so much. If every time I get sad with the world, I go back and look at Iron Sheik's Twitter account. Because when he was alive, holy fuck. He never broke character. Till the day he died, he was tweeting, fuck the Hulk Hogan. He died, he did. He died 23. Which is great because one of his... Maybe it wasn't one of his last tweets. Somebody took over his Twitter account, though. They've been posting... not posting, but they've been retweeting. But one of his first tweets was, fuck the 2023 of the year 2023. So everybody retweeted that when he passed away. Now, when I say this is a good match, don't get your hopes up for, you know, Michaels Undertaker Mania 25 or Steamboat Savage WrestleMania 3. It was just a good... This is the kind of shit I miss in wrestling. It is all storytelling here, and it's a masterclass. Cyndi Lauper on the card. So Cyndi Lauper did a music video for her Girls Just Want to Have Fun song. And a wrestler, Lou Albano, played her dad in it. And they kind of just started talking, got along really well, became pretty good friends. And he got her involved, and she kind of loved it. Honestly, wish the lighting was better. It's true. There was just... That's what I mean by the production quality. Everything across the board, the pre-taped vignettes, the transitions, the lighting, the presentation. There's a lot of stuff that's just... And for the time, it was good. It was revolutionary. It's just really hard going back. Because even, like, as soon as you hit, like, Mania 7, 8, the step up in quality is insane. Some Tesla coils in there. No, let's calm down there, Ventura. Speaking of which, Jesse Ventura just made his return, not as an in-ring competitor, but he was on Raw last week, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. Man literally looks like Samwise Gamgee. I can't get over it. But just the simple storytelling, like he's already making David Sammartino look like a chump, and all he did was strut off to the side. Pet detective. And just like that, with that drop toe hold, he sold it right back. And then David looks like $1 million, and Brutus has heat. Didn't watch Raw last week. Pretty damn good show. Kind of crazy. I really do need to go back and watch some more Bruno Sammartino matches, because everything I've seen is just electrifying. How you feel about the Wyatt Six? I'm not a huge fan of Supernatural. I fucking love Johnny Valiant. He's got grease on him. Some of them not have their own... No, it was just tights. That's actually the style. The guys wearing the long form, like the leggings, those are the guys that are the weird ones. Wrestling was all about singlets and the simple tights. And guys in the 80s started dressing more like comic book characters, being more flamboyant. But yeah, Key, I'm not a huge fan of the supernatural stuff in wrestling. I think it's cool. I think Bray Wyatt would approve of it. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say on it for now. I'm still kind of undecided till I see what direction they kind of take it. Undertaker and Kane were great. They were if you do it well, it works well. And they're doing good with it. It's just the problem is 2007, the world's in a much different place than it is in 2024. Kayfabe's completely dead. Like, the night after they debuted as the Wyatt Six, they were out eating like a Chili's and took pictures with fans. So, like, immediately you know it's a gag. The Undertaker wasn't doing that. Which, not to rag on them, because you can't do that nowadays. Wrestling's gotten so big, and now there's social medias and shit like that. Like, Undertaker could take a picture with a fan in 2007, no one would fucking know about it. Beautiful arm drag. Let him squirm to get out. David's looking like a champ in this. He really was. His slow, deliberate pace. Yeah. Kind of a catch-22 when it comes to personas in wrestling nowadays. It's true. It's why it's so important. Like, you do the Logan Paul approach where you make your wrestling character your own personality and you just push it to the moon. Turn everything up to 11. And it's a lot easier. Like, CM Punk does that. Logan Paul does that. When you pick a gimmicked character, it becomes a hell of a lot harder to remain in that gimmick. Roman Reigns does a phenomenal job. So does Seth Rollins. That's why I think, for what it's worth, I think they're the two greatest wrestlers alive today right now that are currently wrestling. Working today, not alive today. Bo Dallas absolutely never had a chance. Oh, you missed out on his Bo Leave run then. His early run in NXT was fucking insane. All you have to do is Bo Leave. They can't be when you are still alive. That's a very nice thing to say. Oh! Shit. All right, hold on. Second chat. Nice. Boley was cringe. Hell no, it wasn't. Him versus Big E. Amazing. My camera number 5. The camera work was pretty good back then, too. That hasn't changed too much. Big E is in Biggie Smalls. No, he was dead by then. I think Biggie Smalls. Is Biggie Smalls dead? Biggie Smalls definitely died. Not B.I.G. I know B.I.G. died. I'm talking about the white kid who went by Biggie Smalls. Hold on. I'm finding out. That's the reason why Biggie had to go by the notorious B.I.G. was because this white kid took the name Biggie Smalls. Is he dead? Was one of the back... No, that's Wallace. Regardless, there's 2 Biggie Smalls. AJ Lee started doing that with her acute mental illness. She legit brought more eyes. That's what I'm saying. When you take your own personality traits, and they could be something small, just take something that's honest about you, and the fans will connect to it. I'm putting a pin in the Biggie Smalls thing, but trust me, I'm not crazy. There was a white Biggie Smalls and a black Biggie Smalls. But yeah, you take one honest thing about your actual aspect to your character, and that's why I love 80s wrestling so much, is that's really what they did well. They became larger-than-life characters that were just caricatures of themselves. Although Hulk Hogan was a Billy Graham knockoff to the T. Like, if you ever look at a Billy Graham match, it's fucking Hulk Hogan 20 years before Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan. Maybe not 20. Everything from the look to the posing to the brother. God damn. That's why I like World War II propaganda. Everyone has so much more ridiculous than in real life. Character resonated with me a lot. It's really cool. I always compare wrestling to the MCU. Because when Marvel, put together that first team in the first Avengers, and everybody was like, this is so cool, like we're getting to see, that was a lot of cotton candy. Getting to see, like, all these characters interact with one another that, like, movies don't do this. Like, you don't have different franchises come together. And that's what wrestling always was. You would see Ric Flair from the NWA, and he would come to Hulk Hogan with the AWA, and it's mind-blowing. You would get to see giants from this side feud with monsters from this side. Like, when somebody would switch from WCW to WWE, it was a big deal, and vice versa. And I honestly believe that it's a feeling that wasn't replicated until Marvel started doing it. Not to call Marvel a knockoff of it. I mean, it's a genius idea that was done a very different way. But to me, it's the closest thing that can compare to it. Like, when people say, why do you love wrestling? It's fake. It's staged fighting. It's a television show. And to me, it's one of the greatest television shows of all time. There's a lot of cheesiness to it. A lot of ridiculousness, but there's a lot of really cool shit, too. Looking at most random WWE appearance, and one of my favorite actors has appeared in WWE. They've gotten, you name somebody There's about a 60% chance they've been involved in wrestling in some capacity. Who did Jerry Lawler feud with? What the hell was Andy Kaufman? Jerry Lawler, the king, the commentator I was talking about? Stephen Amell? Yeah, he did. He did with the guy who's currently the WWE champion right now, Cody Rhodes. Stardust versus Green Arrow. I like the film Fighting With My Family. It's a great film. Bruno's beating the shit out of Johnny Valiant. Listen to the crowd come unglued. They actually get injured and jump off of shit onto hard surfaces. I did. The Andy Kaufman shit was absolutely insane. If you haven't looked it up, Andy Kaufman was like a big-time comedian, and he essentially found wrestling, loved it, and became a character in it. And his whole gimmick was he would challenge women to matches and he would beat them. And so Jerry Lawler, who was a bad guy in wrestling, challenged him to a match, and they beat the shit out of each other. And it, like, they went on David Letterman, and Jerry Lawler beat the shit out of him on David Letterman. And the whole thing was like this insane, like, Kaufman threatened to press charges and sue Lawler, and it was like fucking nationwide long before WrestleMania happened. And then, yeah, as Bean said, it was all a setup from the start, like they were working together. Same village that Sweet Saraya is from? That's pretty cool. Saraya's still wrestling today. She wrestles in AEW. I'm not a huge AEW fan. I do think they have some cool talents. I'm not a big fan of a lot of their booking. I don't even think I can, even if I still wanted to. Okay, you can do whatever you set your heart to. Except murder people. Technically you can. You probably shouldn't, though. God, I love. Look at the facials on Bruno. He did them. Like, Bruno made it look real. That's what I always appreciated about Bruno. Like, he looked so pissed there. Pearl Harbor. That's kind of fucked up. That was a great match. Again, it's not a 5-star classic, but they got their characters over, which is the point of a wrestling match. It was entertaining. It got the crowd involved. David walks away from that looking like a bigger star, looking like a young stud. And Brutus Beefcake walks away looking like a complete asshole that the audience hates. When you hit 10 million subs, people are going to dig up this clip and cancel you. What did I say? AEW? After the back surgery, I don't think I can. I'm very cautious, and being near my back. It's insane. You'd be shocked, Key, by what the human body can come back from. As of right now, I'm sure it feels like it's the end, but I mean, Edge thought that one day. Michaels thought that one day. Brian thought that one day. Who knows? I also have a very controversial opinion when we get to the main events later on. Oh, Alfred. He's already talking. Look at that WrestleMania program. Hey! JYD, baby! I love JYD. The hammer was pretty damn good, too. Still feels weird. It's going to be sensitive for a while. JYD, baby! This is a man who lived his gimmick. Never going to be able to work again. Take over 2 years to get back to walking. Normally when he got 3 toes amputated. Back in work in 10 months. That's what I'm talking about. Louis, wait till you see Junkyard Dog. This man lived his gimmick. Jimmy Hart worked a double time tonight. First title match in WrestleMania history. Could be 1 hour. Looks pretty damn good here. Was it the crowd already rising? Oh, we got music, baby! He got the chain! He almost tripped right there. Is this fucking Ghostbusters theme? Augie, when his weight pops up on screen, say so I can sync. Okay, you should be able to sync with this right here. 4705. 4711, 47. I'm like half a second behind here. That should be better. Also, it's really interesting the concept of managers kind of being their own entity. Like the fact that Jimmy Hart represented King Kong Bundy and now he's representing Valentine. So can't sync as easily. Pretty synced up, give or take a half a second. All right, he's patting down Junkyard Dog right now. I'll tell you when the bell rings. God, look at that design. That's the bell. Bell just ended. And God, I love him, dude. I love him. Nobody, who told me I was getting canceled? Why am I getting canceled? Oh, ring in the arm. Punch in the armpit's crazy. Beautiful headbutt. JYD, baby. God, hell of a punch. Also, it's great. Technically, it's still illegal nowadays. But the closed fist, not supposed to hit with the closed fist, and it was a big deal back then. The ref would stop you. There we go. My phone wasn't charging. Everybody was balding back then, too. Nobody wanted to go bald. There's so few bald people, but look how many people have that really receded hairline. The headbutts, dude. Notice they don't pat down wrestlers anymore. It was huge. They would every match. The presentation behind it, well, the physical presentation, like the lighting, the camera work, like all that shit, I've been talking down on it. But they really tried to make this feel like an authentic fight. Every match had that, like, oh, let me pat down the wrestlers, make sure nobody's hiding brass knuckles. They wanted everything to feel legit because back then it was. Not a lot of people knew wrestling was staged. It was like an underground rumor that you could choose to believe or not. But it wasn't a fact that this was a scripted television show. Nobody knew that at the time. I also love all the boots. So many guys had their initials on their boots. Also, I'm pretty sure Valentine had the figure 4. Yeah, I was just going to say. Beautiful. I'm sure they knew Undertaker couldn't shoot lightning from the ceiling. Yeah, but the Undertaker didn't come around until 5 years after this. And the lightning thing wasn't really big until late 90s. Fun fact for you. I always planned on being a wrestler when I was a kid. And I was always really sad because I was like 5 years old and I was like, Shawn Michaels is going to be retired. Jericho will be retired. Cena will be retired. But I was convinced that the only wrestler I'd get to face growing up would be The Undertaker because he was a zombie and zombies don't age. So I was like, I'll always have Undertaker. Kayfabe was still around in the late 90s, right? It was the first major break of kayfabe was 1996, and it was Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash in Madison Square Garden. It was mid-1996, and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were on their last appearance before going to WCW. And, God, beautiful, look at that bump. And at the end of the night, they all came out to the ring, hugged, and held each other's arms up, even though 2 of them were good guys, 2 of them were bad, and they were all fighting each other. And a fan recorded them all hugging and posted it up on an online forum, and that's when, like, it was huge. Triple H ended up getting punished for it. Triple H was supposed to win King of the Ring that year, ended up having to job out to guys for the next year, and instead they gave it to some up-and-comer named Steve Austin. Say potatoes when the fight ends so I can sing. Louis, you're wild and dog. Beautiful. I love that front flop, too. Not a lot of wrestlers do that. Jesus. Genuine as well. I got you. Oh! Oh! That's a hell of a bump. That's a concrete floor right there. JYD, baby. I don't remember. He had just won a tournament. Beautiful. Use the end of the match right there. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. He's rolling out of the ring. Because I wanted to be friends with some of them. You can go the Chris Van Vliet way. Grew up a huge wrestling fan, decided to be a reporter, and just started interviewing wrestlers. And honestly, massive respect to Chris Van Vliet. He doesn't clickbait fucking at all. Also, the fact Tito's out here in a fucking suit, this is my boy. Oh. Tito Santana. Oh! You get back in the ring? Nope. Was there a countdown? So it's cheating to use the ropes for leverage like he did. So he cheated to win. Tito Santana, that gentleman right there, informed the ref, because at first the ref didn't realize that he was using the ropes. Tito said, hey, he used the ropes for leverage. So the ref ordered the match to be restarted, and he was already out of the ring. So the ref started counting. If you don't get back in the ring by a count of 10, the match is over and you lose by count out. However, since he lost by count out, the title can only change hands by submission or pinfall. So Greg Valentine lost the match, but he is still your Intercontinental Champion. Tito getting the pops from the crowd. What a legend. Oh, he's angrily pointing? Exactly. As you said that message, he was angrily pointing. JYD, baby. I do think one of the big problems with these early WrestleManias was them not wanting decisive finishes. So many matches end in interference. The last match ended by interference. This match ended by count out. Like, not having decisive finishes. They keep using rap songs in the intro to stay relevant. The rock and metal songs were sick. This was like... What did Hulk Hogan come out to here? He didn't come out to Real American. He came out to Eye of the Tiger, I'm pretty sure, at WrestleMania I. Now I just look at my phone until the intro's over. The Hard Rock, the 2002 to 2008 era, 2011 era of video packages were so fucking good. Honestly, Junkyard Dog should have had that. They really should have put him over there clean. Oh. Ooga booga, Danny DeVito. Volkov. Shiki Manny. And Classy Freddy Blassie. Hey! Well, you get to meet Lou Albano here. And these men just went in the Hall of Fame this year. Not these two. Really good to see Classy Freddy Blassie, though. Jin Min. Sheik was the last WWF champion before Hogan. God, I love Sheik. Fucking, don't ask me why he has rubber bands on his face. God, it's crazy. So the guy in the back giving Lou Albano a massage is Bray Wyatt's father. And Bo Dallas's father. Mike Rotunda. U.S. Express. Yeah, they went in the Hall of Fame. I believe it was 2023. Love Freddie Blassie. Freddie Blassie looks dapper. Picture Bob Barker's character in Happy Gilmore. I literally just imagine a golf swing. Yeah. And that's essentially Freddie Blassie. Volkov was a former WWF champion as well, I believe. Unless it was his father. I know Volkov was. Champions. Shiki baby! Because I believe he was the second. Maybe he was the third. Buddy Rogers was first, then San Martino. Oh, Ivan Koloff. Yeah, it's my bad. The Russian Bear. He just died 2017. This is a tag match. Show some respect. Maybe I shouldn't have saluted. I don't know. What I do know. People did not like this. I did. Brilliant heel heat. Is his face blurred over? What is happening? Oh, that's the mic. The only two rap intros I liked was Tonight is the Night and I Want It All. Tonight is the Night was pretty damn good. Woo! You was exposed! I can't stand the rubber bands on Lou Albano, though. One day I'll Google why he did it, but he just hucked America. Not only that, something else just popped up with Iron Sheik as well. I don't remember what it was. Oh, no, it was Hawk2. When that got popular, people were bringing up the fact, like, no, that was Iron Sheik years before it was fucking Hawk2, girl. Rotunda's huge here. Kind of crazy to think he'd be Mike Rotunda. I'm Googling a lot here, I know. But I'm not missing any matches, to be fair. I'm trying to make sure. Wrestling characters. Because he did IRS. He didn't. Who was the Brooklyn Brawler? Steve Lombardi. Okay. Imagine one day when people can get custom love robots. Someone will be being Iron Sheik one for promiscuous reasons. He was huge, yet Bray got shit from Vince for being huge. This was like right at the start of the... Well, Lou Albano was more of a manager than anything. He wrestled a bit earlier before this, but by this time, he was a lot more a manager. But the 80s, like, steroids and bodies, it came into effect in the mid-80s. And it wasn't until the 90s, like mid-90s, after the Vince McMahon lawsuit where he got sued for allegedly steroid pushing his talent, and he got accused of that, so he pushed the smaller guys to prove, hey, we're not just pushing like the Hulk Hogans and Ultimate Warriors. Body of peak human development. I appreciate that. Was peak human bodies now reeks of peach moscato. Fruit Scotto. That's the whole bottle, ladies and gents. That's crazy. Whew. Jesus. I also love Sheik's boots. We get a China Love robot. That's slander. I do love Joni Lawler, though. Joni, what the hell's her last name? God, look at the height he got on that. Leg drop. Joni. Somebody tell me what China's name is. That's going to drive me insane. Sheik's outfits were fucking amazing, though. He's wearing the jorts long before Cena ever thought about it. It's like if New Day had a baby with John Cena. Oh! Sheik just kicked Mother Russia. I'm sorry, Bubba. Man, is white. We got a first instant replay. We've had a couple after the match, but I think this is the first mid-match one. Wasn't picture-in-picture, though. Powerful kick out. Nice work in the arm. Tag matches haven't changed all that much. And then just go back to being comic. Forgot what YouTube vid mentioned it. Oh, for Vince giving Bray shit for being huge. Vince hated it. Like, after they switched to, like, the smaller body style, it was either, like, John Cena, Triple H, Batista physique, or it was Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles type physique. Like, even Daniel Bryan wasn't ripped enough for him. He was way too small. Adam Cole, he didn't even see as a competitor. He wanted him to be a manager because he's like, you're way too small. On that first comment, I was 12. Not China? Excited for the new Daredevil series? I saw part of the announcement. I saw spoilers. Saw John Bernthal, got very excited. I don't know much other than that. What the hell is getting passed around out there? D23 announcement. God, beautiful height on that. And Sheik is not a small guy. That was impressive. Holy shit. It's a big fucking feat. God. I don't see how CM Punk got a pass. He has literally no abs or pecs. At the time, every now and then Vince would let somebody get through, right? Like Wyatt got a championship run in 2017. It was god awful. And then he got one again in 2019. Like every now and then Vince would be like, yeah, okay, you could be champion. It didn't mean he liked it. Vince and Punk never got along. The only reason why Punk actually got a significant run was because he had so many supporters backstage. I lost my place in the timer. How do you mean you lost your place? You keep pausing it? Big old potato again, bestie? Jesus. I'll try. Whew. Those pointed boots. I also miss how crucial submissions were back then. That's more an audience thing than it is a wrestler thing. Like they do use, I don't know. Like you lock any submission in back then, the crowd is popping like crazy. They're like, oh my god, is he gonna tap? Nowadays, people just don't give a shit. Gotten the championship, ruined the character. I 100% agree with that. Not so much because he had to lose the title at some point, but because like the character, the Fiend, I didn't understand why he would want the title. I feel like the Fiend shouldn't care about a championship. We got Markiplier in WWE. Don't hold your breath, but I wouldn't be surprised. The rule in wrestling is never say never. Bulldog Betty! Woo! Kind of crazy to think that a lot of people in the crowd are probably dead now. So wanted to see that Fiend versus Demon Finn Balor, but we never got that in their match. Yeah, they were... What happened there? You remember when they were going to debut Sister Abigail and it was going to be like a alter ego of Bray Wyatt, but then Bray got sick right before that happened? Freddie Blassie, baby! First title changing hands in WrestleMania history. Oh, potato. He just touched the mic dropping from the ceiling. Mostly dead. That's like 50 years old. 50-year-olds. Nah, there's so many old people in that crowd. Now, referee's dead. Blassie's dead. Sheik's dead. Volkov might be dead. Look at that. That dude's bald. Yo, they are irate. Yeah, you got it, Louis. Classe, Freddy Blassie. Watch this. Sheiky, baby. Ultimate Warrior's dead. I remember that day. The Warrior's death was insane. He essentially delivered his own eulogy the day before his death. Woo! Yeah. My light is shaking over there. I was getting nervous. Let me see Lord Alfred Hayes. Damn. He's facing the wrong way. Jinmin! Oh my god. Jacked when he barely got in the ring. When he did, he was goofy and sucked ass. Vince is always great in the ring. Say what you want about him as a person. I loved watching Vince in the ring because he played a perfect character. What match is next? Huh. What's been y'all's favorite match so far? It's a loaded question. There hasn't been a lot of good ones. Augie's ring? Thank you, Gino. My daddy used that one. He's, oh! Feel like I have one yet? That's fair. Jesus, that was... Whew! When a film student needs to fit in 15 minutes of exposition in a 30-second segment. Woo! The weasel! Bunch of dollar bills. It might be more than dollar bills. They just had no consistency across the board. Why the fuck was Gene Okerlund reaching his goddamn hands in that bag of cash? But we get to see the man. Throwing shade on the NBA? Yeah. Cross between a zombie apocalypse and Big Bobby, that brain healing, which is probably the same reason I wrestled with Mania. No, Psycho Sid was from AR until a few years ago. I was like, damn, are there literally no wrestlers from my state? That was Magic and Bird. $1,000. But so if you don't understand the rules, all he has to do is body slam. First man to get body slammed loses. If Andre loses, he retires. If Big John Studd loses, he owes Andre 15 grand. This bell needs to calm the fuck down. Quality sign. Andre hated Big John Studd. Behind the scenes, he could not stand him. Woo! Look at the big man move! 7 feet of tumor? Jesus. Andre was honestly the first real. He made wrestling, man. He was like he was like the version of Undertaker for his day. He didn't need a title. He was the draw. Is he being weird with a bag of money? It's Big John Studd. As I gotta remember, inflation-wise, 15 grand was worth a lot more than 15 grand back then. Also, I bet my left, right, and middle nut, that is not 15 grand in that little Pro Wrestling Federation briefcase. Or is that Louis? You're definitely early. Woo! Big chop. Big chop. Yeah. What did Andre do at Mania 2? But I remember. Wait till y'all see Mania 2. You think Mania 1's a mess? Next Saturday's going to be crazy. Could faintly hear the audio in your stream and timed it. That's why I left it like that. I wanted y'all to be able to time it up exactly. And I figured having the faint audio in the background would help a lot with that. That's insane. Bob Lindeer. All right, grew a foot size in the time that conversation took. Got the Bobby Heenan cam. Man, think I've seen Mania 2. If If you have, I apologize. It's rough to get through. There's some good spots. There definitely is, but holy hells. I don't think I'll ever see a Mania worse than Mania 4, though. Oh, my God. It's just match after match after match of bullshit ending. 2.5 minute match, 2.5 minute match, bullshit ending. I do like how they set this up as, like, these are two big monsters going at it. And they're showing Andre can't be slammed. And it's a great payoff 2 years later, as we're going to get to see. I don't like grabbed Andre. Yeah, listen to the fans shouting slam. That man's definitely dead. Literally had no branding on their gear back then. It's crazy. Like, there wasn't a ton of flash. And the wrestlers who had a ton of flash stuck out like sore thumbs. Like, not in a good way for the most part. Like, unless you had the personality to back it up. Wait till you learn Andre had nothing to do with his height. Really? Big John Studd. I love John Studd. A couple accolades of his own. Second ever Royal Rumble winner. That pretty much sums it up. Kind of crazy the inaugural Royal Rumble winner was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Jim. You have Andre and Iron Sheik as guests next week. That's the goal. That means I'll probably be dead, but I'll see if heaven gets good streaming service. Oh. Gonna do it by seance? You think Andre understands a Ouija board? The man was French. Ouija is a French word, to be fair. Sheik was Iranian, though. I don't even know if Sheik was Iranian. Auggie, my home boggy. What's the plan for the Brokemon stream? Monday, or is that sacrilegious? It might not be this Monday. I'm still working out the kinks of the streaming schedule. I got some big plans for the Brokemon channel, let me tell you. But Brokemon. In case you don't know, if somebody's watching this in the future, I got 6 different channels I'm running right now. Yes, lots of kinks to work out. Ooh. Basically. Lots of kicks. Want to plug the socials and the channels for future viewers. I should have it set up. There's the body slam. Whoop, whoop. I should have it set up in the future so you can actually just go to this channel, check out featured channels in the comments, not in the comments, like at the bottom of the homepage. And everything should be linked on every channel, which is going to be really cool. Also linked on the main channel. Woo! Heenan stole the bag. Will be the Discord for y'all to go and check that out. I still haven't decided what platforms are going to be active on. I'm thinking maybe Twitter, just because it's fun and controversial. Not a huge fan of Instagram for promotional materials, but I might end up doing some shorts on there. You never know. Didn't know Andre was French. Thought he was mixed and American and just had a disability where he couldn't speak well. Now, a lot of his speech impediment, I think, came because of how big he was. Are you thinking Pokemon Tower Defense? No, it's probably going to be Pokemon Yellow. Beautiful shot. And body slam, baby. Again, chronological order of games. Something like that. I got something really cool in the works on the channel, upload-wise as opposed to streaming-wise. But I need to get some more things sorted. So at the very least, it's going to be January. It's not going to be that long till streams, though. That's going to happen soon. I can't wait to watch Andre choke Bob Bucher. Sounds like a giant. Yeah, it's bad. I'm telling you, the production was insane on this. Like, on Mystery Dungeons, Rangers, and Pokey Park. Interesting. They did have a limited time. It's just interesting because you get to see what they spend time on later, and I feel like a victory speech for Andre was a better use of time. Woo! Lalani Kai, Wendy Richter. Y'all are going to see. I got some feelings for Wendy Richter. Love of my goddamn life. Woo! God, I love her so much. God, I love her so much. No, that's Moolah. A younger Mae Young? No, Mae Young's like best friend in the later years. Lots of controversy around her. So they have the Memorial, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal every year. Most years now. They were supposed to do the women's version, which was the Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. And they had to change the name because of the backlash. Like, she was awful as a person. Leilani Kai, if I'm not mistaken... Okay, this is going to have to wait. Because I love Alundra. Wendy Richter so much. In my opinion, I mentioned earlier how I had a controversial opinion for this Mania. In my opinion, this should have been the tag team match. Not Hogan, Mr. T, Mr. Wonderful, and Roddy Piper. Hate 80s hair so much. It's my favorite hairstyle of all time. I wish more than anything women's 80s hairstyles would come back. There is nothing I love more. But in my opinion, this should have been the tag match. Wendy fucking Richter. This, to me, I'll let this match speak for itself. But people say the women's revolution didn't happen until 2015. Have never seen Wendy fucking Richter in a wrestling ring. What a fucking woman. Reading about what Moolah did. Holy Jesus. Yeah, it's bad. Moolah, not a great person. Hey. You can't grow grass on a busy street. It's a hell of a quote. French up in the 80s and down in the 90s. Even more down in 2000s. See, yeah, but you're completely skipping over Trish, Lita, Molly Holly, Victoria. Like, the early 2000s had a huge... It was like 2008, 2009 where it really started to decline again. And not because of the talent of the women. Like, they had some top-tier fucking stars that were really putting in. Kelly was probably the hardest working person on the roster. Not just woman, but person. In like 2009, 2010, she improved so fucking much. Woo! I fucking love Wendy Richter. You're going to hear that a lot. 2000, where they were being very sexualized. It's even in the... They definitely were. They 100% were. But there's a lot of really good stuff at the same time as well. I'm going to love you and leave you, Augie, 2 a.m. Louie, I appreciate you stopping by, dog. Be sure to check out the rest of the stream that you missed. That was a hell of a maneuver. Because you're going to want to watch the main event. Pretty damn good. But have a good night's sleep, brother. Thanks for joining. This is a beautiful chicken wing takedown. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen that from somebody else. It's like a chicken wing face buster. Cindy Lauper, she's pulling your hair. If you've heard of the Montreal Screwjob, more famously was Wendy, not more famously, originally, long before the Montreal Screwjob happened, Wendy Richter suffered, ironically, from Moolah outside the ring, Screwjob herself. She was supposed to face a woman who was masked, and Moolah was actually under the mask because Vince wanted her out of the company and didn't want to pay her guaranteed contract. And so he had Moolah force pin her because Moolah was strong enough to, versus the woman who Richter was originally scheduled to face would not be strong enough to take her out in a shoot fight. But yeah, that was the original like WWF screw job in their televised area. There was all sorts of screw jobs back earlier. It was infamous back in the day. Something you had to watch out for. Nine seconds. Jesus, yeah, it's blatant chokehold. Ref. Body scissors. You never see a body scissors. I mean, rightfully so. Not a great move. Missing a bit of wrestling because I'm moving something? No problem, Key. You're going to miss some kick-ass women's wrestling, though. Woo. Some risque shots there, too. This is the mid-'80s. These are crazy attires. I almost saw Wendy Richter like 4 different times so far. Woo! Beautiful. Nice kick out, man. Before they started using thumbtacks, definitely in mainstream. It could have been an indie spot back in the day, but it's nothing I really heard of. God. Oh! Oh! Hey, Sydney! Man, that was a hell of a boot. Pretty sure Queen Victoria... I wanted to Google this. I don't want to miss anything. Queen Victoria and Leilani Kai. That was a hell of a move. That was insane. I'm trying to see who these tag... Was Velvet McIntyre and Princess Victoria. They lost to... Oh, the Glamour Girls, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai. So Leilani Kai was the 3rd ever team to win the Women's Tag Team Championships. And the 5th. And then they were the last ones before the titles got deactivated. Oh, here we go! I said it earlier. This is not the last crossbody you're going to see off the top rope. Woo! Oh, kick it! Woo! That's my girl. Wendy fucking Richter. Whew. Oh, bitter part settled down at the bottom. I love... Watch this fucking bump. Jesus Christ. No. Love Wendy Richter. That fucking bump as Moolah's climbing in the ring and her foot gets caught and she just eats shit twice on purpose, it seems like. Incredible. I love these two so much. Think I'm early? It might be. They're celebrating right now in the ring. She just pointed. She keeps going like that. Most of those people are dead. Pretty crazy. This is 40 years ago. Woo! Cheeked up, baby! over this top rope cross body. So the execution was a little sloppy, I'll give you. But the moves that they were going for and that they accomplished are spots that are seen in most matches today. Fucking revolutionary. Cyndi Lauper is just insane that she was here for this. I mean, she didn't do much, though, is the problem. Like, she didn't have a huge featured spot, which is why I think it would have been cooler as a tag match. Fucking... I need to get a few comments. I mean Kai. Cow, I mean cow. Look at her eyes, dude. The lipstick smear, amazing. Well, Bannerman's fucking creepy ass rubber bands. Shmoo! Woo! Main event time, baby. Coming up. Coming up. Oh. Oh. Well, they know who he is. I got no fucking clue. Tick! Who's Billy Martin?
Billy Martin?
Yeah, Tick doesn't know either. So this guy's a fucking nobody.
Is a wrestler?
What?
Is a wrestler?
No. Apparently he's a baseball player.
I don't know anything about baseball. I'm not an asshole.
The Brooklyn Dodgers, bro.
Brooklyn.
Isn't it mind-blowing that the Dodgers are no longer Brooklyn's team? Now it's the LA Dodgers. That's crazy. I still call them the Brooklyn Dodgers. That child has a fucking 401k that they're about to cash in on right now. Key, Peacock, I better be getting shit for this. Key, it is 1:44:16. You can just look at the timer on the side. Main event. This is what I was talking about earlier. Now, why the fuck? How much money do you think fucking the baseball player got paid to announce Liberace? Why the fuck is Liberace here? He's a timekeeper. He rings the goddamn bell. That's all he does. Jesus. Figure it out, ladies. The first two of them nearly took their fucking heads off. Patterson as a referee. It's an iconic shot, though. I don't get, like, why the fuck did you need Liberace for this? Those girls got nothing on him. Oh, those people are fucking dead now. Hey! Who the fuck is Liberace?
The piano player.
He's a piano player.
Like
Can't wait for
Elton
ads.
John before Elton John.
As well, Elton John needed fucking a better person to compare himself to. This guy sucks.
He made the guy that he married get plastic surgery so look more like him.
It's just insane to me that he shelled out the cash for this. And Lord knows, 1.2 million viewers, I think, is what I just heard. I was yelling about Liberace, so I apologize for that.
Not the kind of crowd I would think that would listen to Liberace's music.
Key, at least look at it this way. At least it's not my ads this time. Yeah, nobody heard that. So, yeah, Muhammad Ali is now the guest timekeeper. He's the guest special enforcer. He's supposed to be the referee, but apparently they couldn't train him up in time or didn't trust him to make the right calls or whatever. So Pat Patterson's in the ring as the actual referee. Well, Muhammad Ali's the outside enforcer. Skip to the time they got more ads. Peacock's kind of fucked, Key. Is that a noose? Good eye. Like, how much do you think they paid Ali for this? God, young Pat Patterson's crazy. I could pay $13 a month just to get no ads. Introducing first. Doesn't sound like bagpipe. Okay, there we go. Woo! You don't throw rocks at a man who's got a machine gun. I came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubble gum. Just when they think they know all the answers, I change the questions. You want to know what I wear under this skirt? Your girlfriend's lipstick. Roddy Piper was the most iconic fucking speaker of all time. The Rock can suck a... Okay, I won't say... Woo! A Panther shirt. Is he actually Irish? No, he's not. He's Scottish. Drew McIntyre, eat your heart out. And controversial, I think this should have been a singles match. I don't think you needed Paul Orndorff in this. And I think you do Mr. T as the special referee as opposed to Muhammad Ali. If you want Ali, have him be the fucking ring timekeeper as opposed to goddamn Liberace. Though I don't think I've heard him. So you've never heard Roddy Piper speak? Key. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if you're going to get to hear it tonight. Holy hell. He's second to none. The Rock, Jericho, they were all taking notes from this man. There will never be another Roddy Piper. Is he Scottish or was it like a 10-size situation? I'm pretty sure he's Scottish. Roddy, what's his last name? Roddy. God damn it. Can't remember. I am a real American. So they piped over it with Real American. He 100% entered the Eye of the Tiger. I'll tell you that right now. Tombs. For the record, I didn't finish typing it. Roddy Toombs. Roddy Piper, really Scottish. He was raised in Winnipeg. He is of Scottish heritage. I remember that. He was Canadian. You Hogan. Look, he's not racist yet, Key. He brought a black man to the ring with him to carry his bags. What a nice guy. Not going to touch that. The money match here was Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan. It was cool to see Mr. T in the ring, and he sold a lot of tickets, but I think he would have done equally as much as a referee. There's a Chris Benoit original, not racist yet. It's true. Snuka was the first one to murder his girlfriend. Got away with it for 20 plus years, finally stood trial for it, and by then his mind was way too deteriorated to stand trial. So he pretty much got off scot-free. Bob Orton, too. Pete Pim, Randy Orton's father. What, Liberace, what are you doing here? Hey, he's just happy to be here. It's fine. I forgive him. Crowd's booing him, though. Definitely not booing what Piper's doing. And also the fact that Piper does not get enough respect. Everybody, they give it to Hulkamania. It's Hulkamania. WWE wouldn't be where it is without Hulkamania. WWE wouldn't be where it is without Roddy Piper. Just as many asses were in those seats to watch Roddy Piper get his ass kicked as there were to watch Hulk Hogan kick ass. People hated Piper. And the reason why they hated Piper so much is actually Cyndi Lauper. Piper beat the shit out of Cyndi Lauper leading up to this match. And that's what made people hate him so much. Because he was the real all-American American. Let me tell you something, brother. The original member of the Hulk Hogan Hair Club. Piper wants it. Piper and Hogan. All right, it's going to be Paul Orndorff and Hulk Hogan. Up! Woo! I think he missed the tag, but that's fine. Mr. T wanted his fucking hands on. That was a good thing out of this being a tag match is Hogan and Mr. T. Piper and Mr. T fucking hated each other. Also, don't underestimate the fame Mr. T had at this time. He was like the biggest TV star in the world at this point. Oh. That's a secret, chat. Tuna fish and water. Took me a while to remember his name because Jack Swagger doesn't hold much space. It's because you forgot the lisp. The All-American Jack Swagger. There's the shot! Thumbnail! Timeout. God, I love Piper. Trying to smack his head to disrespect him. God, I love... Piper and Flair were so similar. And it gets overlooked a lot. But when you watch Piper selling, oh my God. Here we go. Really cool that at WrestleMania 40 we got a very similar... Very similar story. Culminating in the tag team main event of WrestleMania, for night one at least. Yesterday's newspaper. Oh, shit's breaking down. Oh! I'll take what I miss Vicky. I liked her. Vicky Guerrero is an amazing character. Excuse me! See, Hogan's down with all the black men. Jesus. Hope you enjoy it, Billy. You're probably dead now. Hulk Hogan was racist because he secretly is attracted to black men? That's a hot take. I like that. I like that. I do think it's interesting, though. Hogan's a fucking meme lord, dude. Holy shit. I do think it's interesting, though, that, like, Hogan doesn't really feel like the superstar here. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, it's Hulk Hogan. He does later. He definitely does. But it's interesting here early on. He hadn't been a champion for a super long time. I mean, he had been, but not a super, super long time. This wasn't his peak. It definitely wasn't his peak. It's just interesting to see, like, Hulk Hogan. He was popular with the crowd, but he just doesn't feel like a star yet. Like, Mania 3, Mania 5, Mania 6, like, he had that aura where you were like, wow, I'm watching something special. 1 and 2, wait till you see Hogan at Mania 2. Holy shit. Also, the presentation at Mania really spoke to that because this is the first... If you've never seen wrestling or you're trying to go back and rewatch these, unless you know Hogan's in the main event, they don't really talk about it. They don't build up to this match at all. They don't talk about it leading up. There's no backstage segments until the match is, 5 minutes away. Body slam. I also find it really interesting that they put Piper and Orndorff in the babyface corner. Like, they got Hogan and Mr. T in the heel corner. Wow! Look at that sell, dude. Piper was so fucking good. And then there's Hogan. Yeah. It's... Jesus. That's the smallest steel chair I've ever seen. Hogan needs to give up the hair already. Yeah, Hogan never gave up the hair. The smartest thing he ever did was put on a bandana. Made him look 30 years younger. You compare this Hogan to 12 years later in the NWO, and he looks 12 years older here. It's insane how much that bandana did. He added the bandana and lost 20 pounds and fucking made all the difference. Piper talking shit to Mr. T. Hides behind the ref. Now we can double team Hogan. Brilliant. Brilliant. Good thing you got Pat in there. First ever Intercontinental Champion. Even though he won it in a made-up tournament. People throwing shit in the ring. It's a different time. Like, this is also interesting. The person building to the babyface tag is Hogan. They're setting up Mr. T to be the ultimate babyface here. That's why they ain't that close to the ring anymore. Yeah. To be fair to Orndorff, he looked great in this match. Like, he's doing good. He's doing a good job. It's also insane to think about, out of all these men who were in the ring just now, the only one still alive was Hulk Hogan. Piper's gone. Orndorff's gone. I guess Mr. T's still alive. That's my bad. What? What? I don't know what you're trying to say. Press send too early? Oh. It's just interesting that they're building Mr. T to get the babyface tag. As opposed to Hogan, who's supposed to be this mega wrestling star. Then you have Mr. T who's out of his depths in the wrestling world. It tells the easier story. But I guess then you got to depend on Mr. T to sell the offense. Beautiful quick tags. I also think they did the reverse corners just because Piper was so much more vibrant as a seller than these two were. So it's more interesting to have Piper facing the hard cam as opposed to having his back to it. Which would have enhanced it before they put it on Peacock. I can't see because it's so blurry. It gets better almost immediately. Like Mania 2 is a step up. Mania 3 is a step up. Every year it gets a little better and better and better. But oh my god. Yeah, these early Manias are rough to watch. If you can enjoy the story being told across the board. Well, elbow drop. Hogan moved. Mr. T needs to fucking get... I guess that's a way to do it. Hey! The fact they keep calling that the Pearl Harbor is insane. So I hope y'all are enjoying the face cam. It's the same face cam I've had, but I am now surrounded by 800 meters of light. And I played with my face cam settings for 3 hours yesterday with Tick. They have a bomb shelter with every single official wrestling recording stored in it. It's smart to do. Because if something ever happens, you never know. You never know what could get lost. Jesse Ventura on commentary is really nice. I don't know about other wrestling companies. Well, a lot of those other companies don't have the resources WWE has. It's even like immediately they go hot tag to Hogan now. Like, they had Mr. T sell for all of 2 minutes in the ring with a beatdown. Oh! Huge thing about Roddy Piper is actually he played politics, not nearly as much as Hogan, but he played politics quite a bit in losing. Roddy Piper rarely wanted to lose clean, and if you look at his win-loss record, he rarely lost in a 1-2-3 or submission fashion. A lot of times when he would lose, it was by count out or disqualification or something like that. Oh! There you go. WrestleMania I in the books. Keeps his edge, it does. And that's, Roddy Piper was actually supposed to take the pin there, and he refused. He said, no, I'm not. Which he definitely shouldn't have, because he was nuclear heat at this point. He was one of the most over guys in the company. The only one who could rival him was Hogan. And I would argue Piper was the bigger star at the time. Andre was up there as well, but the thing with Andre was Andre was his own attraction. It wasn't about the championship with Andre. The cheap shot from Piper to Patterson. But the original plan was supposed to be Hogan to pin Piper for the 1-2-3 right there. And Piper refused. He said no. Oh! Oh! I love seeing young Pat Patterson. That's so crazy. See, this is what's so interesting to me. Like, this feels like a Raw ending. Like, this does not feel like the main event of WrestleMania. Like, this was a glorified tag team match. Good selling. Decent story, right? But, like, even the end, not a clean finish. Interference across the whole match. Gotta get the poses. Superstar Billy Graham. See, Hogan loves black people. And Samoans? I don't know what Jimmy Snuka is. He says that this year. His Pearl Harbor attempt? What is this commentary right now? Is that a Coca-Cola ad? Better have been. Fucking shimmying like a fish. That was a beautiful block. Patterson goes to sort out those two. Beautiful drop. Hogan turns. Back of the head. It was the neck, but we can pretend. Nice. Trying really hard. I got a cool headband here. Nice. Hell of a mohawk, honestly. But the fact that the event's still going right now, that's what's crazy. Just a tuna and water. Okay. Jesus. They're black people. They make Hogan look better. Oh, and he gave us a Booker T reference. This man down with the brown. But they sure came out victory. Means you're trying so hard to get out of this. Half empty arena now. Woo! God, look at Gorilla. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Boy Scout salute. Brother. Had to get the last word in. Ow! We got a pop flashback montage. Woo! No. I don't want season 2. Jack Simon. Tom Judge. That was a lot. Not a bad show overall. I think if I watched that as my first ever wrestling appearance, like my first exposure to wrestling, I think it would have interested me enough to return, but I wouldn't have been hooked. I think it was a decent show top to bottom. Definitely not an outstanding one. I think your standout performers there were Luscious Johnny Valiant. I think Beefcake did all right. The San Martinos did all right. Not a lot here. Piper did good. But even then, like, Piper didn't really get a chance to shine. And, of course, Wendy Richter. Star of the night. So good. Love Wendy. Lou Albano should probably take the rubber bands off his face. Wrestling was like that age. We discovered wrestling. Probably be bored, but I think my bias WWE made me enjoy it. That's definitely true. If I wasn't looking forward to getting to see, but I don't know, like, if I discovered that now, today, this is my first exposure to wrestling, that it's very eye-roll inducing. It's my love of these performers, of getting to see them, getting to see a lot of them early on in their journeys of wrestling, that makes it entertaining. I'm talking about the rubber band. So, like David Bowie rubber band? Rubber band. Won't you play your haunting theme again for me? While I eat my scones and drink my cup of tea. Production of the World Wrestling Federation. Surprised that wasn't censored. Look at that ending shot to end it on. That's crazy. Well, I do very much appreciate y'all being here. WrestleMania 2 is 3 hours, and it's 3 hours, 5 minutes, 3.5. Just keeps getting... I'm fine. Like, we got some grinding to do, chat. The next 3 weeks are going to be long 3 weeks. Oh, WrestleMania 4 is 3.5 hours. Oh... Whew. Beans, I appreciate you being here. It's good to see you again, my friend. Key, I appreciate you being here. Of course, Vipers. Darkrit wasn't here. Louie. And anybody else who showed up. And if you're watching this in the future, Bob, suck a cock. If you're watching this in the future, I'm not telling you to suck a cock. I clicked the wrong button. Thanks for watching. Yeah, comment down below what who you thought performer of the night was and who you thought match of the night was. Also, if you're watching this because in January I post little throwback clips to this, be on the lookout for that. You in chat right now. January, we are going to start uploads on this channel, and the first 2 uploads are going to be connected pieces to WrestleMania 1. It is going to be a recap and review of WrestleMania 1 at the same time as a biopic series of the top 10 matches of a certain competitor at this event. I'm not going to tell you who that competitor is. It might be Wendy Richter. I'm not going to lie. So be sure to check that out. If it's not Wendy Richter, I apologize. Originally planned it was Roddy Piper. I got the thumbnail made. I've written like half my script already. But I can always do Roddy Piper like Mania 3 or Mania 8. Hell, I could do Roddy Piper Mania 25. There's options. Or Mania 19. He made an appearance. He showed up. Mania 12, Goldust, Jim Johnston. I should do. Man's a legend. He deserves his own Hall of Fame induction. Jesus. But I do appreciate y'all being here, and I appreciate the support of the channel. So check it out. If you're hungry for more AuggieBOG content, check out the link channels. They're not up there right now because YouTube is not fucking making them appear until I start making content on them. So we got to wait for a little bit longer until I can link everything. But the day's coming, and it's near. Till next time. Till next time, I will ask you guys to be true. Be you. Be colorblind. Keep that can of Coke Zero nearby or Barefoot Fruitscato peach flavored. And crack that sumbitch open unless it's the bottle. Unscrew it. It's an unscrew. If you crack it open and you're going to have glass everywhere, you might cut yourself. It's a real problem. I don't condone drinking. Underage drinking. I don't condone that. I don't know why I said that like I do condone it. I don't condone underage drinking, and I don't condone over drinking. 21 plus, just don't break bottles, okay? And don't drink the bottles. You're not supposed to have the bottles. Just drink Coke Zero until then. It has aspartame in it. You'll probably die from it, but that's fine. Tick, there's another goddamn fly. All right, I'm going to go kill some flies. Love you guys.